Hello, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam. Today I am playing a deck that I'm calling White-Black Copter, which is kind of a weird name, but I do think the deck is really keyed around Smuggler's Copter. So got a lot of cheap creatures, and they're all recursive creatures. Dread Wanderer, Gravecrawler, Bloodghast, and what is the one? Tidehouse Color. I guess that one's not recursive, but 12 recursive creatures. They're all very good at crewing Smuggler's Copter and good things to discard to it. You also have Collective Brutality, Liliana of the Veil as discard, Outlets, and Lingering Souls as good cards to discard. And you just back that up with good Disruption, discard spells, Fatal Push, got some paths on the board. So we're kind of an aggro disruption deck with some cool synergies to gain card advantage. The kind of deck I like. And I'm on the draw, but this is a solid hand. Got good mix of lands and stuff. Some removal spells if they come out fast. And if they have a bunch of removal, then we can be resilient with the Wanderer and Bloodghast. We don't have any way to discard cards. We don't have a Copter or Liliana, but hopefully we'll find one. Serum Visions off Tarn into Island. That to me suggests Storm. Bottom top. This is not a great hand against Storm. I guess we do have 2 pushes for their creatures. And at least an okay clock, but no discard spells. Is not great in this matchup. I bet they're wondering what I'm doing with a turn 1 Dread Wanderer. Do not adjust your TV. It is not standard. Ooh, Tarn go. Ooh, there's a Liliana. I like that. Let's attack for 2. And I could play a Bloodghast here, but I think I want to try to play Liliana next turn, so I'm going to play the Vent. Says the added benefit of having push up for potential creature into turn 3 combo. Tapping out might leave me dead. Opt still could be Storm, still could be a blue-red control deck. Nothing here, and they kept on top. Nothing here is definitive yet. If we see a white source, that'll suggest a control deck. Scalding Tarn will, or Spirebluff Canal will suggest Storm, but yeah, still just cantrips. The volume of cantrips here is now making me lean towards Storm, but it's not that definitive. They bottom top on that Scry. Kind of feel like they're a control deck and they're leaving up a 2-mana counter spell, but Storm could still have remand. Oh, let's mush. Am I supposed to wait until I have 4 mana up for Liliana in case they go remand, untap, play a Brawl or something and kill me? I think if I do that, they just kill me normally if I wait too long. The onus is on me to do something. I'm going to get a Godless Shrine in case I want to activate the Vent and I don't draw another white source. And probably run this into a remand. Yeah, there it is. Well, let's hope I'm not dead. Am I dead? This might be them thinking about whether or not I'm dead. The suspense is killing me. What do you got? They're control. Ooh, maybe I was supposed to get it. I don't have a. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened. I was going to say maybe I was supposed to get planes, get a set of Blood Moon, but this deck both doesn't have a planes, and I was cracking Delta. I could have gotten a second Swamp to play around Blood Moon, because now I can't cast Liliana if they have it. Oh, they are indeed Storm. I think I'm dead. Gifts and Given. Yep. Sahar, I guess maybe I was just supposed to play Bloodghast on 2 and keep pressuring them. Maybe. so hard. Like you don't even know if your opponent is Storm. I assume if they got this pile, they have another ritual because I could give them Manamorphose Past in Flames and they wouldn't be able to cast it. If that is indeed the case, then I want to give them all the mana in the world. So choose 2 to go to the graveyard. Let's put the Manamorphose and the Past in Flames there. Still think I'm dead. They just play 3 rituals, go to 7 mana, flashback Flames for 4, go to 3, play 4 rituals, go to 11, go to 12 mana because of Manamorphose, go down to 9 for Gifts on a Give It Again, then Past in Flames, Grape Shot, and they just need to work on getting Storm, which they should be able to do. Did they not play another ritual from their hand? Did they just bait me? Yeah, they might have got me. Am I supposed to give them Manamorphose Past in Flames in their hand? And just, they still have a ton of mana, and instead get more cards and access to another Past in Flames? They might just not be showing me to make me think like this. But I've generally found that just giving your Storm opponent a ton of mana, unless it's very obvious that that's what they're short on, is what you want to do. It's usually how I err in this matchup. Yeah, I mean, they have a ton of mana anyway, so let's do the same thing. They might just have a couple Grape Shots in their hand, so if they gave them the Manamorphose, maybe they just go off from what they're holding. But yeah, up to 9, down to 5, up to 10. And this is going to get them to 17 Storm, even before any cantrips. So if they have a Grape Shot, I'm dead. Just a matter of them going through the motions. Took a risky line. I think it was a fine one, especially when you're not 100% sure. If anything, Opt makes me think they're Storm less, because I actually see a lot of Storm lists now cutting Opt to play some interaction in the main because people are gunning for them, whereas the control decks really want Opt so they have an instant speed cantrip for Snapcaster Mage. They just have another Gifts in their hand, and the Past in Flames in the yard, so they're getting access to this Grape Shot. I might have screwed up this game by giving them the mana. Maybe they banked on me doing exactly what I did and got paid off. If that's the case, good on them. Man. Usually you want to bring in some answer to empty in the post-board games, but Damnation is like the worst one. I guess it's actually fine because we have good answers. Do I really need a Leyline of the Void? This is also like, I don't want to bring in a ton of these. I need to keep a clock in. Really, the only card I want to bring out is Lingering Souls. Although Souls is pretty good against empty too. And if they empty for... I guess the rest of my cards are not good against Souls, or against empty though. I probably should have some Damnations, given what my deck does. I'm gonna bring out 4 Lingering Souls, and I'm gonna bring in 2 Damnations, because I do think they're gonna bring board into this mid-range plan, and I'm gonna just bring in 1 Leyline. I like every other card in my deck. Yes, I would like to play first. It's a solid hand. It's an aggressive hand. It doesn't have a lot of disruption, but we'll be able to dig a bit with Copter, and Liliana is quite good. So let's get this Gravecrawler down. Opponent also kept 7. I got 6 discard spells and 4 Tide Hollow Scholars in my deck. Can't draw any of them. Maybe I'm just stupid and not mulliganing these hands. So I believe Urborg beats Blood Moon. Is it a timestamp thing? Oh, that's from 2010. We're gonna figure this out live on TV. Man, I can't find any results from more recent than 2014. Blood Moon always wins. Oh man, that would be bad. Okay, I'm gonna maybe guess that Blood Moon always wins. I'm gonna try to play Liliana next turn anyway, so if I can. So I'm just gonna fetch and get a swamp out now. Good news is that being on the play, if they get aggressive and try to play a creature here, we can Liliana Edict it. They do not. See if they have a bolt for this Copter. They do not. That's also good. Yes, I would like to draw a card. Ooh, I like that one. I guess Godless Shrine is probably the worst land. Take 3, please. Their Remand stops both Brutality and Liliana. I think I'll go for the Lily. This is the better one should it resolve. The other one does let me get the Dread Wanderer down. But I might want to pitch a card to kill an Electromancer. Well, they have the Remand. Oh, hope I'm not dead again. It's harder here on turn 3 because they need Rituals and Manamorphose to make blue mana for gifts. So it's a pretty specific hand for them to have after just a Sleight of Hand and a Remand. But you never know. Tapped Steam Vents into Brawl, I like. Let's get this one down. Oh, it enters tapped. Oh, that's a tilt. I'm stupid. Okay, well, let's just screw this. Mush. Yes. Discard a Dread Wanderer, please. You can take 3. Feel like I'm getting baited, but there's nothing else I can do. Definitely want to get this Brawl off the board, so we're going to do it. Good chance I'm dead. But if I'm not dead this turn, I have Brutality next turn into lethal, threatening lethal. But them shocking themselves is not a good sign. Ugh. Man. Another Desperate. Ooh, and they revealed another one. Okay. That gets them to 6. Then they go up to 8. What are these last 2 cards? Imagine one of them is a Gifts and Given. Yep. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to just play the Leyline. Maybe. This might have also been a bad play. Like they knew I had the Liliana. This is played into what they knew. Probably should have just played the Leyline and hoped that got them. So they already have 6 mana. If I try to limit their mana and give them Past and Flames Manamorphose, they go up to 7, down to 4, and then play 5 rituals. That they're up to 14 mana. So might as well just again give them a ton of mana. So let's put the Past and Flames in the yard and the Manamorphose in the yard. They play their rituals, go down to 6 to flash back the Past and Flames, go up to 17 mana, down to 14 when they gifts. Question is if they're going to get to 19 Storm, and I think they will. Yeah, that's 12, 13, 14 with the Manamorphose. The gifts and given is spell 15. Jeez. But if I leyline them, then their gifts aren't nearly as good. Yeah, I should have leylined them. This game I made a mistake. I should have just said they knew what I had. Clearly Liliana's not going to be good enough. I did also make a mistake by playing the Dread Wanderer, forgetting that he's enter tapped. Just a poorly played game on my part. Yeah, they find Manamorphose, Grape Shot, Past and Flames, X. They could find a land. Yeah, Pyretic Ritual, sure. Which of these do I put in the graveyard? I think I'm dead either way. Like this is just 4 spells. I can't give them the Grape Shot. I guess I'll give them Pyretic and Past and Flames. So they go up to 16 with the Pyretic, go to 17 with Past and Flames. Pyretic Manamorphose is 18, 19. They Grape Shot for at least 20. And they could Sleight of Hand, go to 21, Remand a spell somewhere, and go to 22 pretty easily. But the Leyline would have stopped it. I would have drawn the natural Leyline on the very turn I needed it. What are you doing? They just have a Grape Shot in their hand. You miscount. Do they think they're going to remand this Grape Shot back? Because that's not going to end well for them. When you exile it as part of the cost, when you're flashing back and you go to remand, it stays exiled. Because it's part of the cost. Okay. Yeah, killing my Liliana. Are they just trying to add insult to injury here? Four, 3, 2. They didn't try to remand. Gifts ungiven again. They worried about surgical extraction. I had a window to surgical anyway, and I don't know. Sure, you can have those 2. Would you like to kill me now? I should just stop letting people have their fun. You enjoying yourself, opponent? Reg B. Okay. At least they put me out of my misery now. Yeah, just a... Both hands... Well, hand 1 I was going to keep because I didn't know the matchup. Hand 2, I could have mulliganed, but Copter is so good in the deck and can dig towards Disruption, and it did find us some Disruption. I just wish it had been the 1 mana kind. And I just played that turn 4 pretty badly. I think if I just don't play the Dread Wanderer, see what I draw, and then draw the Leyline, think about it for a minute, play the Leyline because that's the Disruption piece I don't know about, suddenly their Gifts Ungiven plan is not very good. They probably play the Electromancer, then I get to Brutality that, maybe play Liliana as well, and they're just in rough shape. That they might have to just gift that turn. I can control what 2 cards are in their hand. Again, the Brutality is great. Um, so I think I would have won that game had I just slowed down and not played Dread Wanderer or found the ley line and played it. But Storm is the kind of deck that you have to play well against, and if you make a mistake and they punish you for it, you probably don't get a chance to make another one. And that's what happened. So, hope you enjoy learning from my mistakes, and you can come back and see me on Friday. Bye.